Okay, so again, today is the 30th of October 2020, and I just wanted to do a quick reading on Donnie Jr. I'm concerned about his allergies. He seems to be sniffing a lot, and his eyes look glassy, and he's talking quickly, and so I think we should just, check that. Check those allergies out of his. So, I'm going to focus on Donnie Jr. Yuck. And his use of things that cause him to sniff. Is he using things that are causing him to sniff that he shouldn't? Let's see what the cards have to say. Is Don Jr. sniffing things he shouldn't be sniffing? Projecting about Hunter Biden's problem, but all the while maybe there's some home truths there. What a weird family. Okay. I get the Queen of Wands, and I get like a partner or a dealer. I don't know. Maybe it's Kimberly Guilfoyle. What is her birth date? Again, we're gonna have to check that. Hold that thought. Well, Kimberly Guilfoyle is a Scorpio, was it? Wait a minute. Did I get that right? With the Sag moon? No, Pisces. She is a Pisces with the Sagittarius moon and a Scorpio, I think, ascendant or something like that. Anyways, it could still be her because she does have a fire sign in her moon sign, but these are secrets. These are things that with the moon are a darker energy, a darker, more secretive path. And I'm thinking that this is where his sources, I don't know. There is like some goal here tending to. I think this is somebody that maybe supplies him, to be honest. There's something there. She might, I wonder if she's going to come forward. If this is somebody that knows or exchanged money for certain sniffy things. Again, there's that back and forth energy. Oh, maybe it is Kim. Maybe she's got really good contacts. I don't know that way. There is something here about a partnership And I feel like it's part, I feel like it's both of them, Don Jr. and her, if you want to know the truth. Using it on the daily to like help them to tend to their tasks. Wow. Okay. And they're very much in on, I feel like this is an activity they do together. But it's going to possibly affect or damage the heart. It's also, I feel like there's a breakup yet ahead. Or if this is someone that provides it for him and it isn't Kimberly, it could be the source that they both have used may reveal may give up their story. And it's more for, there's notoriety here. There's ego involved with a woman who's treacherous. And very much in each other's pockets. There's very much been back and forth exchange going on here, and it's so crazy how it's mirrored with the two of earth or coins and pentacles, that exchange, physical exchange, which makes me feel like exchange for one product for, you know, that kind of deal. And there's communication. There is, but it's going to become, there's going to get to a point where there's something that's oppressive. And I feel like maybe it's dealing with them, because I feel like he's going to have a female here where that dark activity involvement in all a manner of things, I don't think it's just one thing. I think to look at, frankly, what he might be sniffing is just a tip of that pile of snow, that iceberg that's going to come crashing down on him. I feel like someone's willing to expose or share a story for money. I do. In connection possibly to having supplied or seen them use or something along these lines. Oh, pardon the pun. Oh, not gonna be happy about it. There's having to wait. And I feel like it does real damage to Don Jr. and his reputation. Okay, like, what reputation? But it's just ends up being this exchange that he's been involved in with regard to a woman to accomplish dark oriented goals or tasks is going to come out somehow here. There is a betrayal of some kind of partnership, or if it was just a fling, or something that even just a one-off, or maybe just an experience where, again, that person sees them doing certain things that they shouldn't be doing. That moon card, kind of secretive. It is going to bear a lot of weight on one's personal, I feel like, reputation or impression, that others, how others regard you. And it will just put him, not that anybody worth their oats thinks much of him, but it lets the big balloon of his ego, lets a lot of that hot air out. Do you see what I'm saying there? Maybe that's the better way to put it. Let me get this more in the frame. Forgive me for any noise. Well, anyhow, that's what I'm picking up there. And I do get that there's sexual, possibly, again, this is all allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, behavior tied in with, I believe, the use of illicit things and other behavior that's shady. And I think he's going to be exposed. I think he is going to be exposed. But there's a woman here connected to his past. And it shows to me that she was, I think, at least socially, or had some kind of exchange with him. And it was secretive. It was not something that was wanted to be carefree, It wasn't out in the open. And it has to do, as far as I'm concerned, I think, with certain kinds of behavior that will affect him just on a personal level, really, really is going to, like I said, let the air out of his hot balloon of his ego. And there's something about this that he's going to have to wait. I'm not sure why, but he's not able to do something, maybe deal with something this person comes out with as quickly as he would like. I think he's just going to say this person, she's in it to get attention and make money. But I feel like there's a skeleton and this hanged man. He's not going to be able to throw this off. There's definitely a feeling of, as things progress, there's hidden aspects between that moon and this hanged man, and the imagery of the cards that makes me feel like get exposed, come to light, are revealed. And it's intimate details. And I don't know how much of that, like, I want to know. But I think it shows that he's a hypocrite. And a philanderer, quite possibly. I know. Just hold your disbelief. And that it's got some mental health issues. Yeah. The devil. Yes. And the Page of Cups. This to me is also his malignant intent, that where he's using humor and he's playing it off like a joke, that tendency. It also shows him again as being a lightweight. He is, I believe, addicted to something. There are behavioral, it does show up that there are behavioral addictions, and there is a problem there. And given his father, he just an imprint of that. Also, that he too is a little sadist, and he likes to make these little snipey comments that he thinks are clever. But it's amazing that he doesn't realize how juvenile. These people are so tone deaf. How his posts and things come off. They just come off a mess. And very suspicious. The rules don't apply. The rules don't apply to them. They get away with things. There's always been a way out for them. And if authority seeks to get too close, they want to leg it. They want to bounce. They want to be out of there. This to me, with the Chariot and the Ace of Wands, could be definite movement, travel. I'm sure that he will be participating more on the election trail campaign with his dad. So this comes up, as does the continual disregard of rules. And I believe they're going to really pay for it. Especially while he's out there trying to, even if he's not out there so much on the campaign trail, whatever activities Don Jr. is involved in trying to help his father and their personal businesses, whatever. I see him thinking that he can just slip away if it gets too tight. If the pressure gets too much, he'll just leave. He'll just slip out of their grasp. But that may not work out, because there's scattered ideas, and there's like you can make a lot of different choices, but you got to choose something and develop it. Otherwise it remains a dream. You have to act on it. You have to make a choice. And I feel like this is his sister and brother. The three of them are too scattered, it shows. I think to leave or to manage something successfully. Maybe they can't make a decision on where to go. Maybe they decide that they're going to leave, but they can't there's something here with, I think, figuring out, well, where do we go? What's the plan? And it looks scattered amongst more than one person. So could be Trump and his children, but I'm reading on Donnie Jr., so a lot of denial there with Melania of some kind, or he's blocking her in some way. There's some about secrets, maybe like the prenup NDA kind of thing. This is something that's been ongoing for some time. Something, though, again, look at that, has been, there's the repetition. I think it's definitely money-based, asset-based. I think maybe clarity where her interests are concerned. Or maybe putting things in her name. What is that? They might propose doing something. Putting things, I feel like putting things in her name or to do with her and money movement. But there's loss and anxiety and worry. And the 3 cups, they will fail. Because it's the 5 of cups and 3 cups are overturned. They will have so much less than whatever little they have had to begin with and have lied about. I feel like, again, there is surveillance or some kind of high profile. They're being watched closely. And I feel like this is definitely, I think our intelligence is working very diligently. Let me just put it that way. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Well, this makes me feel like overindulgence that will lead to health problems or and possibly depression, like can't get out of bed, or illness. And I see there are legal issues, and his father comes up, childhood past, his children, and there's then an end. There is a loss for him. He's just going to lose so much, and in a very radical way. He will have less and less people that will want to be associated. So he's going to become radioactive. I wonder what, and quite possibly this could be also confinement, going to looking at prison. Yee, Tower. And the Three of Cups. Well, he's gonna get something he doesn't expect. It could be at a social event. But I think that he's going to have a sudden shock. And it looks like there's either, this could be society clapping, because most of society with sense does not like him. But it could also be that he's at maybe some kind of a party or a social event, and there's more crisis that comes out, probably more super spreader crap. Foolishness, yeah. And with this water, the cups, it makes me feel like it's like germs. It's making me feel like the virus. So this confinement actually here also, I think, has to do, he could end up getting sick, I wonder, with COVID later, because maybe this isn't speaking to prison immediately, but judging from these other cards, I want to revise that and say it's looking like there's a change, and it looks like I think his health could take a dip, mentally, you know. But I feel that for his, I feel like for his brothers, his brother and sister, I feel like well, brothers, there's personal ruin for the three of them, actually. Oh. Sorry. Yeah, there's a change, so there's an ending, a real ending, and there's memories and there's past. And I think this is the law. I think, and their dad having to answer to an authority other than his own. And there's change. There's an end and a new beginning. The close of one era and the beginning of another. And what did I get? Can't remember which one came first. Well, this for me is the three of them. And following the death card, it also means a disruption to their lifestyle, to their privilege, and I think that if they continue to have these groups and these rallies, these meetings, more and more people are going to be getting sick here. This could be the rallies, the three, as also. There's, oh gosh. This could be the virus as well. And these rallies, I think it's going to backfire. There's, I think, going to be less maybe people coming, or there is some kind of people getting, I mean, people have already gotten stuck. And it shows that, and I think that's going to be damaging for some, not, there's some hardcore people that I'm sure will, like that viral video of that woman that's acting like a Trump supporter and making excuses for him. There will be some, I think, that will do that, but I think for others, it will be a problem. And I think there could be also the spread of COVID amongst these people. That have been going to these rallies. Some more of them are going to come up sick. And it could hamper them in some way. Or at least before the election, for some that maybe have trouble to get to a place to vote, although that tends to be, they're putting that on the minorities and the people that have some sense that don't want him. I just see they continue with the foolishness of those gatherings, and I feel like this is where there is some sort of consequence for it, because there's another force that steps in and says you are accountable for what you caused these people and for the lack of care and regard. There could be actual charges that come up with this as well. Stack them on up. Ivanka, his wife. Ivanka and Melania go loggerheads. You know, until I saw that on television, I wasn't ever really sure about how much they didn't like each other, but that made it 100% clear to me. This is Ivanka, I feel like, and this is the wife, Melania, but also that issue that comes. Oh, there's the petty card, and family money, and Melania better secure that whatever that prenup stuff is, because I keep seeing this. Ivanka will come for her, and being the one that maintains and keeps control. It's going to make things abundantly clear. There's arguing and conflict, I think, within that family. Regarding Melania down the road. And I think it's going to be because she's going to be concerned about their finances because she wants a divorce. And I think that they know that. And they don't want her to get a penny more than they have to give her. So I'm going to stop there. So I'm going to say, yeah, and I think that is the least of really some of his problems. But I think it could even come out by someone. I know it's already been out about his father by people that saw him in the 80s using. But Donnie Jr. might have somebody that does that with him. So that's a little check-in on Donnie Jr. and his allergies. I'll see you in the next video. Things don't look too good for him.